We're not doing no like, introduction. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Welcome to the podcast, you know? And I was
You know
like,
what I mean?
is my camera bent? Alright, Bill.
Anyway, yeah. It's your boy Worm.
It's your boy Ned Stars. Nah, just Ned Stars. Never
Uh,
boys.
and yeah,
But let's go. We don't have the time and date because we're not that corny Nick Philip. Anyway, so
my man says to himself,
every
why is it that
time.
corny?
Like a maths teacher. Make sure you write the date and title, head ass.
Guys, this is so repeat. Oh, shush, bro. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Never.
he'll probably be back in the next episode that we do. So,
It depends.
It depends.
There's
We'll
a lot
see.
of factors that play into that. It's just
You
not
know,
a regular attendance.
that you man will never hear about. Anyway, outside of that, let's get to it. We got topics. I know my topics, and because I don't know yours, I'll let you go first.
Nah, we're just gonna go with the flow. So, what's happened recently? Let's get like some quote unquote recent events out of the way. The
What's
Olympics just
happened?
wrapped up. Wrapped up. So we might as well quickly slide through some of the topics.
Yeah, so shit, a lot has happened recently. So obviously Olympics and let's talk a little bit about the French Olympics. There are a few topics, in fact. Now that you said it, my brain started to get stuff.
Like in the Olympics overall. Like we got a bit of thoughts and feelings to come through.
We got a lot. So the first I will say is the Olympics was trash. No. Wait. The opening ceremony might be single-handedly the worst thing I've sat myself through. And not just because of what people think, right? Because some people are talking, cross-dressing and all this stuff, right? They could do what they want to do. But after coming off the backs of a lot of the other Olympics, and I know people were comparing it to Beijing Olympics, nothing's going to ever top Beijing Olympics, I'll be honest. In terms
That's
of ceremony,
too monumental.
That's too monumental, right? But the fact that you're in France, which is basically England with French people, yeah? So you know the weather's going to be bad, so I don't know why you didn't do it in the stadium. First L. Secondly, a French second L. Thirdly, a French third L. And it was for something that costs, they said it's like billions of dollars to do the Olympics. Didn't look like billions of dollars to me, mate. I could have gotten
I'm guessing half the budget went into cleaning the Sen at that point, bro.
Bro, it might have, because and the Sen was dirty. There was a lot of things that I'm gonna brush past, but one thing that was notable for me, so there was a gymnast called Jordan Chills.
I give you a second.
3:05. 3 minutes into it, this man's got to take a phone call. So yeah, you guys are stuck with me. So there's a gymnast called Jordan Chills, right? And essentially, what happened with her was she had a bronze medal, and there was something to do with a time delay. And someone else in the comments is going to be like, actually, so like if you actually know the story, comment it. But she had her bronze medal revoked after she was given it and left. I'm not sure if she left the country, but I'm assuming she left the country because they came back out to her and said, give us that gold medal back. They were like, send it back. And it's like, number one, you don't do that. Just give the other person the bronze medal. Number two, if you've made a mistake, it's your error, it's your mistake. You can't be giving someone shit for it and telling them revoke their medal. Like, just don't make the mistake again. You've given them the medal. It's like giving someone the money and then spending it. The same way she celebrated it and then being like, no, you can't have it. So it's, I don't know, man. It's pretty shitty. There was a lot of celebrities came out for her and were like, it's outrageous, like horrible Olympics or whatnot. And I don't know who it was, but there was a celebrity that came out and said they're making a like a bronze clock medallion for her, like in replacement for her bronze medal, because what they did to her, nasty, man. Like it's a bit crazy. Terms of other things, we had the running. The running was not having any Usain Bolt running, it kind of deflated the athletics for me a little bit. Not biased because I'm Jamaican, but more because it was close. It was weirdly close. The heats felt close. There was the Jamaican sprinter Keyshawn, who I feel like could have won that. I feel like should have won that, and he has run much faster. Not much faster, but he has run a tenth of a second faster than he did in the finals. But it's not about what you've run before. It's about what you ran on the day. And your boy Noah Lyles, bro, he did his thing. Don't get the hate for Noah Lyles. I'll be honest. Like, people love someone when they're not confident and when they're like a bit shy about it, and they're like, "Oh, he's so humble." But when someone's confident about their abilities, someone's got an issue with it. It's like, bro. And I find it's a lot. It's an American thing as well. So if you're confident and you're an American, there's an immediately a dislike, even though Noah Lyles is a nerd. Like, he's basically a nerd. If he wasn't someone who was a runner, he'd be playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon Go with people. So like, the slander the man gets is kind of unwarranted. But personal opinion, if you want to hate him, you got a hate boner for Noah Lyles. You can have a hate boner for Noah Lyles. It's, I'm not gonna hold you against it. But I do feel like there's a certain factor that's missing from the 100s that's gonna have us waiting maybe a few, I don't want to say a few decades, maybe to the next Olympics, until we see someone who's a standout like Bolt, because I've never seen a closer men's 100 meters in my life. I've never seen it. It's insane. Like, I think the first few people were 9.8. I know Noah and Keyshawn were 9.82 or 9.83, something like that. And Noah Lyles was like 1,000th of a second faster. And then the people behind him were like 9.83, 9.84. So the difference was very, very minuscule. But it was fun. The whole thing with Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce was crazy. Like, them not letting her in her own training facility because she went through the wrong gate. And it's like, bro, that is athletics royalty you're talking about. Just let her in the gate. She went to the wrong gate. Like, bro, what's the problem? And then she was like, you know what, if you guys are going to be pricks, then I just won't attend. Like, that's it. And I feel like from there it was a bit of a downfall in terms of the Jamaicans in the running sports as a whole. Like, it just didn't feel the same. It hasn't felt the same since Bolt retired, and Johan Blake, that guy's always kind of been perpetually injured and stuff. And I think he was saying he was going to run in the 100 meters and ended up not running in 100 meters. So that kind of fucked it for me. But outside of that, in terms of sports that I watched, the white water rafting one I watched as well. What other sports did I watch? White water rafting. I'm trying to think. I watched a bit of the 49 kg women's weightlifting. That was wicked. And yeah, cool. And he's back. And he's back. And he's back. I was
no way you've been yapping to the chat this whole time.
Yeah, I've been yapping to the chat, you know. Wait, even live, but bro, I'm used to yapping. So you know. Yeah, I like it. Otherwise, I'm gonna just stare at the camera like this. And this is a live podcast. Well, it's supposed to be like a live podcast. In other words, there ain't no cuts. Not because I'm lazy. there are no cuts.
Nah, just timestamp.
You know what I mean? I did timestamp him. I actually said out loud 3:05, but then I was like, you know what? I can yap while he's waiting, so I'll just yap. Yeah. But I was just telling the fellow audience about like, there was a whole issue with Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce. Like, a lot of the Jamaican she's a Jamaican 100 meter runner. She's like the top, the best of the best. And she wasn't allowed in her own training facility because she didn't stay in the Olympic Village. She stayed in a hotel, and then she tried to
Oh,
go into a training facility through a different gate, and they didn't allow her in it. And she was like, "You guys' service is shit," and she decided, you know what, I'm not gonna participate if this is how you guys are gonna treat me, kind of thing. And from there, it kind of put a whole damper, a whole cloud over the Jamaicans running in this Olympics, because the guy who was supposed to win the Olympics 100-meter sprint, which was Keyshawn Thompson, who was the guy I was like,
yeah.
that looks like Philip. Um,
Yeah.
he lost by 1,000th of a second to Noah Lyles, and he should have won because on paper he is the faster person. He's the fastest person on that field. But
When you say on paper, how does that make sense?
so that
Is that
year,
are you talking about like average records from before?
Keyshawn had run a 9.72, and it was a pretty comfortable 9.72. So people were like, "Oh, is this the next Bolt?" And that year he beat Noah Lyles in a race. And I think Noah Lyles had run the fastest like 9.83 that year. So it was looking on paper like, okay, the faster person this year is Keyshawn Thompson. Even in the
So he's
heat,
got
he
this.
was looking fast. And then in the heat, Noah Lyles was beat by the younger Jamaican one, the 19-year-old. So people were like, Noah Lyles will get a medal, but what color medal will he get? They're not really thinking he's going to get gold. But one thing happened was during the run, and this happens to a lot of people who have got a lot in their mind. Keyshawn Thompson was sprinting down, and he got to about 70 meters, and
Yeah.
mentally he realized that people were still up with him, so he started to try and put more energy. And you know when you're trying to blow more energy out and you're putting more effort into it now and you're struggling, and you could see it in his face, he was like struggling. And Noah Lyles wasn't really thinking too much about who's next to me. He was picking up
Focus
speed
on his own race.
Yeah, and because he's a 200-meter runner, he runs with a different cadence. Whereas 200 meters runners will pick up their faster speed around maybe 120, 130 meters. But for 100-meter runners, a lot of them decelerate much faster. So you could see Noah Lyles was like at like 5th, 6th, and he started to kind of speed up a little bit. And then when they got to the line, it was like, even I thought Thompson won. I was like, that's for us, right? Yeah, we got that right. 1,000th of a second is nasty, but a win is a win. What did Anthony Davis say? Whether it's about by a by a meter or a mile, a win is a win. Yeah, by an inch or a mile, a win is a win. So you got to take them ones. But yeah, that was like Bolt not being in the Olympics did kind of hamper it. Where it's like that stardom, that build up of, oh, we're gonna watch Bolt run, wasn't there anymore. Like the Olympics itself was.
He can still run? How old is he? How old
No, he
Bolt,
can't, bro. He's done. He's 40 now, I think.
Exactly. So there was no way.
He'd still beat a lot of them. That's the mad thing.
40, bro. Yeah, that's father age. That is father and 2 kids age, bro.
Yeah, but he's done out right now. It's like maximum you can run at a fastest pace might be 37. Past that point, bro, your body's gonna start collapsing in on itself.
Burst.
Yeah,
ankles
like,
finish.
Facts, bro. Like other highlights, Montes Duplantis. I hope I'm getting his name right.
Never heard that name.
He's a pole vaulter. Duplantis, I know that is his final name. But he's sick, bro. He's always been sick. Like I believe he won gold in the Tokyo. Armand Duplantis, yeah. So he won gold in the Tokyo Olympics, and he won gold in this Olympics as well. And he's always been class, bro. Like he is so much better than everyone else. Everyone else is fighting for bronze and silver. He's in a league of his own. It's insane. And he broke the world record.
Crazy. Yeah.
And I think he broke his own world record like 9 times or some insane shit like that. I could be getting it mixed with someone else, but he's broken it.
Like he just keeps getting better and better.
He keeps getting better and better himself. Like no one else is there with him. So that was wicked. And I think the Jamaicans won in, was it discus we won in? Discus or javelin? One of the throwing ones, but one of the Jamaican dudes won that, so that was good. That was good to see.
Yep, yep.
We are going to talk about the
I think-
basketball, but you know, what's your thoughts on the Olympics?
No, let's go through the other sports real quick. So, for example, the shooting, we had our moments with the whole
Turkish dude,
Korean,
with
the Turkish dude and the Korean one. People were like,
Yeah.
the paid skin versus like free to plays, shit like that. Like the memes that came out of that.
Because mine
That
had
was
nothing
funny.
on him, no eye things. Man was just shooting, and I was like, okay, cool. I got the silver. Nice. I was like, what?
I saw like, I think it was him talking afterwards where he was like, he was scared, even though he looked mad composed, like he just rolled out of bed to do this. Because obviously it's the Olympics, like everyone's going to be scared, but it's just funny him saying that type of thing.
Like, bro, that's wicked.
Yeah. What other event? Oh
There
yeah,
was
there
a-
was. Go on.
There was the archery. There was an American dude who he won gold, silver, and something. I think he might have won gold, silver, and bronze. I need to get that facts out. But he was gonna retire like a year before because he had ligament damage in his hands. And this is archery, bro. You have a ligament
This is
damage,
archery,
you're
yeah.
fucked.
That's
And they were telling him he was like, oh, I was gonna retire, but like people were telling him, nah, maybe you can try it out. And he didn't even think he could shoot anymore. Like, done shooting. And the fact that he won like any form of any medal in the Olympics was insane.
yeah.
It was
That's
like,
crazy.
bro, the man was like,
Props.
I'm retired. And then that's it. Yeah, wicked. But you know, lovely.
Yeah. And then what else was there? The what's it called? The gymnastics, I think. With what's her name?
Simone.
Yeah, her. How she was like again. I think she won it right again.
Yeah. She
I think so. Yeah.
she won it, and I think she got bronze in, was it floor? Because she got like a few golds, and then she got bronze in the floor, and she was up against a Brazilian. Because I know the Brazilian got
Yeah.
Rebecca. Yeah, she got gold, and Simone was like, I don't want to go again, not against her. She was like,
only because of her. She's like, she's too difficult to keep up with.
Yeah, too difficult to keep up with. And Simone is old now, like in terms of gymnastics. She's 27, so she was like, yeah, I got enough medals, I'm gone. And I was like, respect.
That reign of dominance, yeah. I can see this one catching up there fast. Like,
and I know the rest of them were happy that she's gone because they're like, bro,
finally.
it's...
But then
yeah,
to put with a Brazilian girl, I forgot her name, on the radar like that is crazy. Even though she probably got silver in the first place.
How old is she? Because I know a lot of the gymnasts are quite young. So was she 16?
The Brazilian one,
I think she was 16 or something like that. Usually
would've-
that's like 16 is optimal age for gymnastics or something like that. Like the Americans are quite old. Their group of people were ranging from like what 21 to like 27.
That's crazy to say old.
Which is mad to say old, but yeah, in that sport, it's nuts. Funny
you
enough, I
have to
didn't
be
watch.
bending over from like 6 years old to be playing.
Facts, man. But
playing in
funny
that
enough, I
sport,
didn't
but
watch a lot of the men's gymnastics. I watched one or two of them,
men's gymnastics.
bro. Like some of them were cool, but
Nah, bro.
the Chinese dude in the men's gymnastics, I think he fell down twice, didn't he?
I
was watching
twice. I already know that's heartbreaking.
Bro, he fell down once, and then he got up, and then he went on it again, and he fell down again, and I was like, oh my god. There's no way. I'm trying to work out if it was the...
At that moment, you just cry. Like...
I'm trying to work out if it was the men's or the women's, because I was watching them in tandem, so I started to mix a lot of this shit in my head. But yeah, anyone falling on like any apparatus like that is usually like a game over. Like your Olympics is done. Which for gymnastics sucks, man.
I think I saw one person. I'm not sure if it's from this Olympics, but a clip of like some girl like fumbling, like hurting her ankle or something on like a flip or something. But yeah. And usually it's like, especially gymnastics, a fragile one, because it looks hard, like similar to ballet, where it's like you have to get this thing perfect.
Yeah,
type thing.
because they're
And
very
it's like there's
strict.
no margin.
They're very strict with their scores as well. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
you minus points for that? It's like, damn, okay, fair enough.
And you always see it's like, oh, okay, they're doing their routine. This looks nice. All right, cool. They're doing like 10 flips. Whoa. You're like, amazing. And then you see everyone knows the landing. Everyone knows what a perfect landing looks like. So you're just waiting. Okay, they flipped. And they just land type thing. And it's like, oh, that was good. 2 feet, clean, no step. Because you know a step is like 9 points or something.
A step is like a little bit off or whatnot. I think you're allowed like a jump. You're allowed a hop. Like outside of a hop. If
you have to make it look elegant though.
Can't be rolling on the fucking floor and shit. But besides that, the only other thing with the Olympics that I watched was basketball, which.
Yep. All right, bro. The Americans, you won your sport.
Bro,
all right, bro.
I've never felt so patriotic.
This is the last time. There's the last time
they're winning gold. I can't lie. This last time they're winning gold in the men's basketball, because without Kevin Durant, without LeBron James, and without
Curry, bro,
the best 3-point shooter in the fucking galaxy, Steph Curry, they are not winning. They're not getting past the quarterfinals. Like Steph put up like 36 against who was it?
Finals game.
Was it Serbia? No, against Serbia, and then 24 against France. If Steph Curry is not there, they lose. Both games.
Yeah, band for band, he'll shoot it, bro.
Band for band, bro.
What was his percentage? It was something crazy.
63.
Crazy. 63. You know, every second shot is going in, basically guaranteed.
Like, bro, like, oh my god, like that game when he got 36, because like even I was saying in the last episode, I was like, oh, Curry doesn't seem like he's getting his foot in yet. Like, not sure what's going on.
What was it? The quarterfinals or something, or was it?
I think it was the quarterfinals. Yeah. Because
he didn't have a good run even out the group stages.
Yeah, his run was a bit weird, because people were saying they feel like it's because the line is shorter. So he's still getting his bearings. So once he gets his bearings, he's good. And I kept saying that. I was like, when he gets his bearings, when he starts to make them, bro, when he started to make them, he knew it. He knew it as well. He could feel it.
So what did I feel? But
everywhere, bro. And like, when I mean.
And he was double teamed, bro. He probably has the hardest gallery, the hardest picks got taken of him,
I will never get over when the people were saying it wasn't the fact that he made the double shot, like double team shot. It was the fact that you had Kevin Durant and LeBron James open, and he's the only player in the world that you're saying take that shot. That you're like, yeah, go ahead.
And they'll be like, all right, calm, you get it. Yeah,
and the other thing is the fact that if he missed, no one would have said anything either.
Because it's like, oh, he missed it.
He missed it. It's cool. Like, it's Curry, whatever.
It's got like pound about he's gonna score the next one.
Anyone else, if that was Damian Lillard, people are like, come on, bro. You had like this person open, you had PG open, pass to him. No, bro.
Yeah.
Curry, shoot. Curry, shoot. They were passing the ball.
And the fact that he made it.
Yeah, and he made it. And it's the fact that you're not supposed
to. And you know what? Even rewind 2 seconds. The pass he received was from Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant chose to pass to him. To a marked Curry instead of an open LeBron. Nuts.
Mad. Because he's like, you got that.
He makes it.
And he makes it.
He's like, makes it. Cool. It's crazy.
Yeah, cool. Like, he knew, as soon as that left his hand, he knew that was going
Bro,
on.
It's insane. That level of skill is insane.
Bro.
Because imagine, like, you go outside, you play basketball, you try to shoot 3 hoops, you're missing yourself, even uncontested ones. You know, you're trying.
Uncontested.
Uncontested, and we have like what, maybe like a 2%,
2% or something.
2% ratio.
And this guy's
and then all you see, this man double teamed with 7 foot like man that trying to block him,
jump into the fucking ceiling, putting their hands up, and he's just like, no. Like,
exactly.
No.
To know as well. That's the crazy thing. To know your shot's going in.
The confidence is uncanny. And when they talk about his trainer regime, how much effort he puts into making every single shot on the court. He even said, like, there is not a shot on court he hasn't made. From
Oh, like
anywhere.
he covered all.
Yeah, he's covered everywhere. He's made every shot like 1,000 times because he just shoots that often. So it's like,
I hear it.
For him, he's like, oh, I've made this in practice. It will be a halfway shot, halfway court, and he's made that in practice. So which is why it's like his shots aren't Hail Marys anymore. It's like, no, that's just a Curry shot. Like, he's made that before.
Yeah, it looks like, even the way he takes it, he's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Some you could tell it's like a Hail Mary where it's like a 2-arm overhand.
Yeah. But he'll take a half-court shot like it's an actual full technique in a half-court shot. And it's like mad because usually people just launch it and they're like, whatever. But he must have insane power in his hands because...
That's what I was about to just say, bro.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't look like the biggest guy on the court, bro.
No. Even though he is quite big. Like, for a normal
he's
person,
6'3".
He's 6'3", so he's a big dude. It's nuts to say. But it's like, he does that, and it's like, it whips out his hand. Bro, do you know he'd be good? He'd be a good quarterback. He'd be a mad quarterback. The accuracy.
With like that bro. Piss missiles.
Piss missiles, bro. Just, bro. Yeah, he'd be nuts at that. Because that accuracy it's weird. It's freakish to watch it. And you know it comes from like consistency, but it's still weird to look at because you're like, bro, how do you... okay.
Bro, but it's how many years of shooting? What, he said he's touched every inch of the court without like shooting from anywhere.
I also think...
Bro, imagine doing that for like 10, 20 years.
I also think there's a part of accuracy might come with that mind-body connection of just knowing how much power to put into something when you're throwing it. Because there are times when he'll be at a random court or somewhere random and they'll give him a ball, he'll just launch it. And it'll be like, oh, cool, he'll make it. It'll be like... And it's like... that's
Bro, not... He has to know the basketball court like the back of his hand.
Yeah, that's a mixture of
You'll give him a random block on the floor and be like, where is this?
Bro,
he'll guess a basketball
court.
It's
talent and skill that's just meshed. And it's perfect. Because, like, he could have been a talented guy, like a lot of three-point shooters are, where they're good. But when shit hits the fan, a bit here and there, hit and miss. Because there are people who can shoot like Curry, but it's inconsistent. Whereas, like, okay, you can shoot, but how consistent are your shots, right? And for him, he's made it an art form to the point that people emulate that. People try and emulate that. Because, like, why wouldn't you? You see someone who's the greatest to ever do it at shooting. Why wouldn't you be like, see if I can give this a go. Half-court shot. Let me give that a cheeky shot, right? Because I think uncontested, uncontested, a lot of people can make the similar shots, but it's under the
uncontested
lights. Though. Yeah, uncontested.
Wembanyama on the Webby.
On the Webby, man said. On the 7'4", bro, that man looks like an alien on the court sometimes. I'm like, bro, what?
He genuinely does.
The fuck? And
no body fat percentage.
No body fat percentage.
Is stretched, bro.
Just everything was stretched over his hands, fingers, all that jazz. So like, for you to make a contested shot on him, it's insane.
It's insane, yeah.
1 second, this dog's running in the room. 1 second. Brother, can you get the dog out when I'm on the, Thank you. Lila, go away.
Dog?
Yeah, it's a dog, yeah. But, yeah, it wasn't a person, hopefully, yeah. I said Lila. I got Lila on a chain. Or a whole person on a chain. Anyway, but yeah, that's how unless you had anything else to say, that's our, sports recap of
that's basically sums up the Olympics. America, good luck in the next 4 years. You're not gonna be that great, like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more thing about basketball.
Yeah.
I saw this one clip, about someone going on a rant. You remember the done with the 90s? With the whole we're gonna throw away Michael Jordan's legacy.
Yep.
There's a new one surfacing with we're done with Kevin Durant. Someone went on a whole rant about how, don't quote me on this because I'm not too knowledgeable about basketball.
Okay.
But he was like how Kevin Durant does not deserve to be called no legendary status, no great status. He could be great, but he's not legendary status because apparently he doesn't do anything. Everything he does, he could be replaced by someone else who's better than him. If that makes sense.
Ooh.
Do you see what I'm saying? That was his argument towards Kevin Durant can't be legendary.
I see
he's
the
just
argument
a great overall player.
Unless he can get a ring without Curry or by himself, then it does put a bit of a tarnish on his legacy, a little bit, right? But it doesn't defeat the fact that he's a consistent player. I don't know if he averages 18 to 20 on a normal season, but he averages quite high anyway. He's consistent. Yeah. He can shoot. He can be somewhat of a big man on court. The man is a 7-footer. Yeah. I don't care what he says. He is the biggest. He is the only guy who's above 6'8" who lies about his height. He's like, oh yeah, nah, man. I'm like 6. I'm like 6'10". I'm like, LeBron is 6'9". You're not 6'10", nigga. You're a fucking liar, bro. Like, you're 7 foot, and he refuses to believe he's 7 foot. But he can do what he wants with that information, right? His family were telling him he's 7 foot anyway. But
he has a family, bro. That guy doesn't look like he doesn't do anything outside of basketball.
Bro, he is a hooper. He is a hooper's hooper.
Through and through.
I don't know why people outside my yard are like popping up, playing blasting nonsense music in my ears. Anyway, but he's a no nonsense hooper, and his skill is just uncanny, insanely uncanny. Like
people are saying like he basically borderline has no weakness, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
defense he could do.
Defense like, he does, attacking, screening, and shooting.
The whole 9 yards, good all rounder. Yeah,
shooting. Yeah, bro. Didn't he go 5 for 5 or 6 for 6? As soon as he got onto the USA, like his first thing he did, he just didn't miss. Like that, didn't miss, and I was like, "Come on, he's 35. Get off him, bro."
Yeah. But he don't even look like. He'll just be. I remember I think he was in an interview and he was like, "Oh, I only think about retirement because it's just the new generation coming in type thing." It's like, oh, everyone I know is gone. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like who's left really in his generation? When you think about it,
like LeBron, Curry, him.
There are a few others that I probably can't name. How old is Paul George? I'm not sure how old Paul George is. He might be in a similar era.
Paul George in a minute. Yeah.
Paul George, maybe Pat Bev, but all of those older guys are going to start like right now. I can't see any outliers though. Besides Anthony Edwards. Yeah, besides Anthony Edwards, Anthony Edwards is nice with it. He's icy with it, yeah? Jalen Brunson.
What about like, say for example, like a Giannis? Would you count it towards the next generation? Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's still young as well. I think he's about 24.
Yeah.
I'd put him up there. Giannis, I'd put him up there. He's got a ring, hasn't he? Giannis has a ring.
Yeah. I think so.
Doncic, come on. We're not talking about Luka.
I completely forgot. He looks old.
Yeah, no, Luka's young, bro. He's like 20, 25, 26 maybe. He might even be 24, but yeah, Luka's a fucking
But even
demon.
then, that's like you're now climbing into your prime type shit, you know?
Yeah, no, Luka's still young though, so he's still a demon. He could definitely be one of the greats. I think he's already almost up there in top. I'd put him in top 20 something. Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised because I couldn't make you a list for anything. But yeah,
you know what? Before we end the basketball section.
The basketball section, yeah.
I'm gonna do my top 10. My top 10 basketball players ever. Because I love seeing people get mad about everyone's personal top 10.
Are you gonna order it or not order? I say
I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna order it. The niggas can suck nuts.
Asking for heat. That's asking for heat.
Number 1, immediately, LeBron James. people can say what they want, but LeBron James has played against every one of the best generations as basketball has improved, and it's still seen as one of the greatest players on the field almost whenever he plays. That's it. I'm sorry, Jordan. You didn't play for long enough. You didn't play against good enough competition. I don't want anyone to say anything, because if you're going to say he did, then you're just going to assume that the sport gets no better. And let's not act like 10 years before Jordan was playing, people were literal plumbers playing on the NBA court. 10 years before Jordan.
But just because they were literal plumbers, that means Michael Jordan ascended above them all.
You can't be the best just because your competition ain't
great, does it? Huh?
You can't be the best of the pile of shit, because let's be frank, if you put Michael Jordan,
when that's the best competition you're the greatest,
obviously,
bro.
Yes, you're the greatest of that era. But what I'm saying is, in terms of greatness, LeBron James has to be there because he's playing against everyone who's a professional athlete. Everyone has been put under like professional. They're eating right. They're training with the highest level of people, and everything is up there now. And he's still better than these people. Yeah. Whereas, not saying Jordan ain't good, but if Jordan played in this era, I'm sorry, bro, you're small compared to LeBron. LeBron is 6'9", 6'10". You're like what, 6'6"? I'm sorry, bro. You're not scoring points on LeBron.
Look that imposing.
LeBron is a 260 fucking brolic ass man. The only reason why people say, "Oh, but it's not physical," is because they can't be physical, so they play to their advantage. They're much more skillful.
Yeah, like the rules.
And they're much better shooters. Because back in the day, people
even the argument of physical, like you can argue what these players are stronger now. Bro.
Yeah, they're stronger.
Have you seen them?
Yeah,
they're
fucking blabber. And it's like they're way more physical.
If you put like LeBron in Jordan's era, even in the physical area, it's not like he'll get tired just to like
no, bro.
Elbow you.
He's elbowing, man. Like people even saw it during the USA because the rules were different. So LeBron was just tanking people. He was like, "Okay, cool.
Exactly.
I'm allowed to now." Like obviously,
but he got dunked on.
He did get dunked on, but you know, where's the?
That's a stain.
Where's the Men in
Black? I don't remember seeing him. I don't remember seeing it happen to Jordan.
I don't remember seeing it happen to LeBron either. 1 second. Just take a look right there.
I'm blind now.
Take a look right there. So but yeah, no, bro, no. LeBron never get dunked on. But someone was saying it about Kobe. They were like, some people don't put Kobe in the great category because Kobe was a good. What's the best way to say without hurting people's feelings? I don't care. You can suck nuts. But Kobe was good in terms of he shot a lot of volume. Someone was saying he shot a lot of volume. So he was a massive volume guy, but he did miss a lot.
So he was bound to make it. Basically,
he was bound to make it. And there are obviously a lot of stories behind how some people didn't like playing with Kobe and what he was like on the field or what he was like as a teammate, right? And obviously they're bound to have stories like that, whether people like you or not. But, and how, did Kobe trust you with the ball? Because one thing I find that a lot of players nowadays is, obviously you're going to have some bad eggs, but a lot of players nowadays have to be unselfish because the skill level is different now. So, I don't know, like, I'll pick a random person. James Harden, right, can decide that he's going to drop 16 threes. Now, obviously, 16 threes, James Harden is not going to drop. But if he decides that he's hot that day, that's it, he's hot that day. Sometimes back in the day, it was a bit of a selfish era where it was like, cool, I'm the star player, you pass to me. Simple as that. Yeah. So because the skill level
some players were bigger than the system.
Yeah, exactly, bigger than the system. But nowadays the gap has closed in where it's like it's not as white and black as it is. They still have the star players. You got your Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, or whatnot on the team, Kawhi Leonard. But it's like in terms of pass me the ball or I'm gonna Draymond Green you. that's not That shit's
Just
not
punch
happening.
man in the training, yeah.
So anyway, we've diverged. So number one, always gonna be LeBron James. Number two has to be Michael Jordan. Sorry. As much as I was giving him a bit of heckle.
Really?
Yeah, I put Michael Jordan.
For what? What does
two.
that man mean to you? Absolutely nothing.
I have to put number two.
Absolutely.
Number three is when it gets weird.
What are you gonna say, Magic Johnson?
I want to talk about Magic Johnson number three.
Did you even watch his games, bro?
I'll put Shaq at number three. I'll be honest. I'll put Shaq
over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes, over Kareem.
I just know these are old heads and they're good.
I'll put Shaq. I'll put Kareem.
No way of us.
Do you know what pissed people off if I said Kawhi Leonard? No. Yeah. But I'll put Shaq. I'll put Kareem. I'm not sure if Shaq would actually put Kareem above himself, but I'll put Shaq, Kareem. Did I say Magic?
Why Kareem? Why Kareem in full? That's an interesting take.
Why Kareem above Shaq? Because I wanted to be above Shaq.
See, I know you have no explanation for it, bro.
Above Kareem, yeah. But
I know you have no explanation. What's the one highlight of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I heard his name twice.
Magic Johnson, and then I can't lie, this is gonna get people heated because I don't know why people don't put him in the top 10. Steph Curry's going there. Steph Curry has to. I'm sorry. Anyone who doesn't put Steph in their top 10 needs to do me a favor and suck balls, bro. I'm sorry.
Over Russell Westbrook.
The fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's a triple double, bro. Like, listen, Russell Westbrook was good. Used to be. Like,
bro,
right now, nah.
Look at the team he's got, bro.
It's not about his team. Is he going with the Denver Nuggets next, isn't it?
Something like that.
I believe he's going with Denver. Bro, he hasn't been on form since 2016? Westbrook? What is the date, bro? It's 2024.
Bro, look at the team. He had that one injury.
Who are you talking about right now? We're talking about Curry.
Russell.
Yeah? We're still talking about Curry. After Curry's team back in the 2016, no one was beating them. LeBron wasn't beating them.
Team, see? Because the team.
Because of Curry. You see what
bro,
Curry
so was
does?
Westbrook. Who was beating Prime Westbrook, bro?
We're not talking about primes. I'm sorry, but Westbrook is not in my top 10. You are delusional if Westbrook's in your top 10. So as I said, Curry, yeah? Did I put Curry at 6? Yeah, I think I put Curry at 6. Below Curry. Jesus, this is interesting. Who's below Curry? I don't want to put any of them old heads below Curry because number one, I didn't watch much of their games, and number two,
nah, but Magic Johnson and what's his name is in your list. I don't hear
number two, I'm sorry, but like the older head you are, the less I count your credentials. I'm sorry, it sucks. But some people could put what's his name, Wilt Chamberlain, the one who had that bullshit, and like this is gonna piss some people off. I think he was the one who had that bullshit 100-point game. 100-point game.
That's legendary status, bro. He goes first. What are you talking about?
Niggas will believe anything, bro, they see, but I don't believe a word of that. Because they have video evidence of games from back in the 60s, 50s, yeah? They have video evidence of everything, but they don't have video evidence of this 100-point game. This 100-point
like,
game.
People
they have
were
video
there.
Evidence of literal Adolf at the 1912 Athens Olympics tweaking off coke, and you're telling me they don't have the video evidence of Chamberlain? Okay, was it real?
Yeah, because no one thought to record it, bro.
Was it Russell or Chamberlain? I can't remember, but one of them. It was 100-point game. It's bullshit. Get out of my ears, bro. Get out of my ears. Your skill level was garbage. You had postmen fucking playing against you, bro. I'm sorry. I've got such not disdain, but I'm
postmen
like
and chimney sweepers.
It's like, bro, I don't put you up there. I'm talking about the greatest here. I'm sorry, you don't go there. Who else would be in my top 10 then? I've already put Shaq in my top 10.
Oh, Kyrie. What about Kyrie?
No.
Bro, his handles.
Wait, yeah, and a lot of people got fucking handles. That doesn't mean you're in the top 10.
Who's got better handles?
I'm not saying they got better handles. That's just skill, though. Kyrie is
bro, you're seeing him go.
Kyrie is like that. He's, I don't know, bro. He doesn't go in my top 10. He goes in top 15. Maybe.
Okay, so add some players right now. Because the way you're going, you're going to add Luka Doncic to your list, bro.
Do you know who's... No, relax. Kawhi is very, very good. He's a very consistent player.
To have Kawhi in your top 10 discussion of greatest of all time in basketball. We're really having this discussion. Kawhi came up. We are not. I can't lie to you. The list ends there. We are not educated in this.
Listen.
Name 10 NBA players, bro. This is not gonna work.
Next thing you'll be saying D Wade, yeah, in your top 10. I don't want to hear it. I want to see what other people's top 10 basketball players are, and watch how Curry's not going to be in the top 10. Yeah, because I hate people give Curry. Yeah. Top 10.
Nah, he good, but all he does is shoot threes. Like, what else? Like, no defense,
Michael Jordan,
no
bullshit.
rebounds.
LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, obviously, for some reason.
What did I tell you about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? And you want to put...
I put Shaquille O'Neal above him, didn't I? Yeah?
Yep.
Who else? Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan and Larry Bird makes sense.
Larry Bird, yeah, that's one that I'll never thought about.
Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I think Kobe Bryant's at the lower end of the 10th.
You put him
down. They put Bill Russell over Steph Curry.
But Bill Russell, think about it. Think about the 3 seasons back to back that he had.
I'm gonna smack you in your head, right? I don't know how some of these people are getting in the top 10 just because of name value. I put Steph Curry at number 6.
So Bill Russell.
So LeBron James.
Bill Russell, Steph Curry, what else?
Bill Russell is always... Like, Bill Russell's there. Hakeem. Center Hakeem is... What's that? That's number... So the top 4... Wilt Chamberlain is not on the top 4. Put Wilt Chamberlain number 11. Put Steph Curry at number 6. Put Magic Johnson at 7. Larry Bird at 8. Tim Duncan at 9. And Kobe Bryant at 10. I'm happy with that. Some people who are Kobe lovers won't be happy with Kobe at 10. But
Tim Duncan over Kobe Bryant.
That is wild. But I think I can't lie. I think Tim Duncan a better person. I put everyone over.
Better person. Nah, bro. This is basketball. Who lived it more than him? You know what? Man said better person. Put what's it called? Durant over fucking Jordan. Then are you seeing?
I'm not a Kobe hater, but I'm kind of a Kobe hater.
Bro, you're just a basketball hater at this point.
No,
you're like, oh yeah, you have 1 DUI. You're not going on the list.
Okay, cool. Because if that's the case, Michael Jordan would be at the bottom of the list. But
exactly.
Okay, so if I do a realistic list, Kobe would go above Steph. I'll be honest. Kobe would go above Steph, and Larry Bird would be slightly below Steph. Maybe the next one below Steph. Then Tim Duncan, and then I think that would be accurate because I would put Kobe above Steph. Yeah, let me not be a hater. So it'd probably be LeBron, Jordan close second, Shaq,
just
Kobe.
That pure dominance of Shaq has to go there.
Come on, Shaq, Kobe. Then you can put Steph. Then you can put Magic below Steph because like
So it's basically you're putting in all the recent generations and the old generations. You're just playing no flowers to them, no homage.
Bro, I said Larry Bird is straight after
The disrespect
Steph.
is crazy. The disrespect is crazy.
Steph. Bro, you old heads would be like, I said, you have no idea how good Tim Duncan is. Oh my god. Bro, Tim Duncan's on the list. I think Tim Duncan, I'd put him at 9. 9 or 8. Yeah. But not above Steph. Not above Larry Bird. Suck nuts. Fuck. Next thing you know, some people gonna have Jason Tatum in their fucking
Nah, but it's not even about Jason Tatum though. It's the fact that like Curry's only been doing it for the last 10 years, but then you're talking about the run that Larry Bird did and how he changed the game.
The way you can seriously say this bullshit in my ears is crazy, bro.
And it sounded compelling.
Absolute shitter, bro. Absolute shitter. No, bro. We're good. Trying to about Larry Bird, bro. Stop. But yeah, that's my list, bro. If your list is better and you got Jordan on top of your list, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't watch basketball. You're just dumbass, isn't it?
Anyway, put your list down in the comments and we'll see how
put your list down in the
compares.
comments and let's see. I'm gonna roast your list. Anyway, off the topic of basketball.
Nah, this is a basketball podcast, right? Done. The sports app.
What was I gonna say? That's a new ESPN. What are your other topics? Because I feel like we've covered the basketball.
Is there even any point of covering that? We might as well make that a whole new episode.
A new episode, you know. We weren't gonna talk about JJK unless you had other topics.
Do I have much more topics?
Do you? Yeah, you. The only other person in this call, clown.
What was I going to talk about? Nah, they're going to be like bleak topics, like the recent like how UK is turning into anarchy, bro, with all these stabs left, right, center.
Oh yeah. Let's not do that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's not do that one. I said that's off podcast topics, but JJK. I want to hear your thoughts on endings on JJK. After the latest chapter,
I'll give you my thoughts on 226 entirely.
Okay.
I think Gege, you should have made this a whole fighting episode instead of a yap sesh.
Chapter, yeah, definitely.
I think he'll be better considering the like absolute hype we had from the end of your 265 and how Yuji was locked in.
Yeah,
bro, you should have kept that locked in and went flying. But I'm guessing he's gonna do that next week because he's not taking a break or whatnot.
Yeah, true.
But then regardless, let's talk about the current episode. I say, calm. Your boy is Megabee's back. I don't know how excited I feel. It's been so long. But it depends on what energy he comes back with. Is he gonna come back with like, yeah, I'm him energy, maybe with a little bit like heartbroken, but Yuji's been motivating him. Man's telling him, yo, I hear you. I went through the same thing. So if you don't want to come back, I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then what else? Oh yeah. I don't know. Yuji's domain, is it just a Yap no Jutsu overall?
I hope it's not. I think it might just be a soul thing. But I really hope they explain it, because right now I'm sitting there thinking to myself, they haven't explained nothing. With
you know what it feels like? Let's say we continue with that whole idea of like can you hear me?
Yeah, but yeah, what?
Oh yeah. So let's say we continue. my thing just bugged out.
Okay, yeah, continue.
Yeah. Say for example, we could with this whole like domain and stuff. If it's like a whole, you know, when like how I swear there's the religion or like Buddhists believe like, oh, the transferring of the soul, the afterlife and all that stuff.
Fair,
I feel like that's just gonna be his domain, and it's gonna be. I don't know whether to say it's mediocre because I didn't want Yuji to have a domain in the first place. Because I thought like him just being domainless, like, and still being the pinnacle of jujitsu. would be tough as shit, bro.
Okay, yeah, true.
Like beats the King of Curses without a domain. That'd be so tough.
A weakened King of Curses. Anyway, continue.
What did you say before? A win is a win.
A win, whether it's
by an inch or a mile. You put the
mile.
last punch, nail in the coffin.
Fuck.
Regardless, stay mad. Anyway, and then the last thing is like located in like some else location, but we don't know anything about that for now. So
yeah, true that. Okay, well, I just hope everyone else dies besides Megami and Yuji. I could see
everyone else dies. I don't see Yuta dying anymore.
Bro,
I can't lie. I don't see everyone dying in any way, shape, or form. Sukuna just looks too fucked up to me.
You forget the culling games. The rule. I'm saying.
Always a constant reminder of that bullshit.
Always a constant reminder. I will always remind you that at the end of the day, everyone else will die besides Megami, bro. Everyone else. So if that is the rule of thumb, Megami might do his thing. Yuji goes out with a bang.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets wiped out besides Maki.
But then what does that... Okay, say we go that route, yeah. What does that say for the story of JJK?
You just got Megami versus a merger.
Yeah, but then overall, what story was Gege trying to tell us? What? That would be so...
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's all for nothing.
All for that? Nah, he don't seem that type of guy. He's a shonen man. He's a shonen man. He was raised on Dragon Ball and Naruto, where everything.
You said, I only need to be a cog in the Matrix, basically, just a cog
in the machine. Yeah,
in the machine. So it could be a case of that where Yuji's just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just a cog. I need to do my part, whether I die or not doing my part is irrelevant.
But you think as a motivator, this chapter for me, do you think as Yuji being a motivator for Megami, Gege is still gonna kill off Yuji?
I could see him still killing off Yuji because you don't need to. It doesn't need to be bad to kill off Yuji. It could just be Yuji did his part of getting Megami back, and Megami's fully back, and then he's like, I've done my part to make sure that you stay alive, and that's it. Like, he could be happy with it.
But now that just leaves Megami with the trauma of Yuji's death, and then Megami's arc wouldn't feel complete.
It would, because Megami's arc was always him trying to die. It was him trying to commit suicide at the last minute for everything. With the whole, like, Maharaja.
No, his arc is him failing to live up to the clan.
Bro, the failing to live up to the clan. But remember when he was like,
exactly. So if he doesn't make it, how's
what did Gojo say to him when he was like dying to live? No, trying. What was he saying? Something about fighting to die and dying to fight like different, like as different things in it, or some shit like that or whatnot.
Dying to fight.
I don't know what it was, right? But he was basically saying, "Don't be suicidal, bitch," innit? Like when you're fighting, fight to live, kind of thing, yeah. And that's always been something that Megami kind of struggled with in terms of like, he just crashes out. He's going to a fight, I'm gonna crash out, right? That's it. I don't really care if I die, kind of thing. Which is why
like kind of playing it recklessly almost.
Yeah. And then you've got Yuji.
But I guess Yuji went with the same mentality until like he found his purpose.
Because Yuji was like, when he said to his granddad, like, I just want to have a meaningful death. And he knew he was going to get executed. He had Sukuna, and regardless, he was just like, I just want to make sure I do good enough, right? And I think if you break it down to a level, who else is like that? 1 second.
Pretty much.
People in my house want to scream down the fucking house. But yeah, so I just feel like I could see Yuji dying, but dying in a good way. Like dying as a last minute thing, last minute resort. Like they're not just gonna willy-nilly kill him. But I can't see any other character surviving the merger. Because once the Culling Games is over, bro, rules still taking effect. the fact that Kenjaku's dead,
Yeah.
it's like, well, he was never the game master, so he didn't mind dying for a cause. So there's that whole part of like, all of this fighting doesn't mean anything if the Culling games are still in effect. Like, that's what I've always been thinking to myself is, to me, all the characters are dead besides Megami right now, because we have not even sat down there and talked about. So after this, what do we do? I mean, after we beat Sukuna and the game's ended or whatnot, then
what if Sukuna put a binding vow on the Culling games itself? Because remember, he's technically in control of the Culling games. Ish.
Technically, yeah. I guess if he puts a rule which manages to bypass it, where it says, listen, if he loses, then the Culling games is null and void, then that could be a thing. But maybe he's that confident when he's like, you man are not going to beat me. So he puts a rule in place, or a binding vow in place, where it's like, if these men beat me, Culling games just dissipates. That could be a thing, but would Sukuna do that? Maybe. He's cocky, he's prideful.
Yeah.
I could see him doing that, but I generally don't know where the story's going from here.
That's what I'm thinking. When you're thinking with the scope of the Culling games, the story seems like a little bit, where are you going? But it's
like, do you remember?
It's interesting.
Do you remember the Culling games?
Bro, man forgot.
Yeah, that man's
Same way he
just
had to be
writing story
reminded
now.
about what. Yeah.
I'm so glad Nobara is actually dead, though.
Are you hearing people saying, "Oh, Nobara's coming back. Nobara's coming back"?
Bro, they showed her dead. Like, do you know when he was talking to Sukuna, and he was talking about all his past comrades, and it showed Gojo, it showed Higuruma, and it showed Nobara. Almost like confirmation that she's gone now. And I was like, bro, man, people watch the story but don't watch the story. She got her eye blown out through her head, and all the man said was, I stopped the bleeding, but it doesn't mean she's alive. She's probably still dead. No, but I just stopped the bleeding.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was like,
even
bro,
then,
there was never a hint that she was even remotely alive. So what makes people think she's gonna pop up and be the last key to fight Sukuna?
No, but she didn't. No one expected her power as like Mahito.
She didn't lose an arm. She got blasted through her eye, bro.
I hear that. I'm on the belief that Mahito's ability is not like, you can't just erase that shit. Like,
yeah, you can't.
Bro,
erase
you gotta
that
slap
shit,
my
bro.
Mahito. Like,
it's the same way when Sukuna chopped off the arm of Inumaki, he can't regrow that back with reverse curse technique. It's permanently gone. Like, that's it. And knowing Mahito's ability, with the fact that he touches things and it eradicates them, basically, come on, like, you're done out. So I'm like, at least people can stop like nutting over Nobara. She's not coming back. She's not gonna be a girlfriend, bro. Shush, pick me ass bitches, bro. I hate them. Sorry. Like, I know TJ Stink's gonna be mad. Oh, Nobara, with a stupid hammer and nail.
He's gonna come back next podcast or something, make an emergency podcast. Be like, no, you better rock.
I've got a theory that Nobara is gonna be the next villain of JJK. Like, let her stay dead, bro. Let her stay dead. But yeah, those are my thoughts on JJK. Any other thoughts before we wrap it up?
Nope, nothing else. Okay. It was a pretty like, not empty chapter, but a straightforward chapter, if that makes sense for JJK.
Yeah. It was like few hands were thrown, backstory was given. Yeah. And
exactly.
I guess we're somewhat happy. But yeah. Other than that, we'll try and do the next podcast for similar time next week. Have this out by Monday.
By Monday.
Supporters.
What's the time? What's the date? I'm not TJ. I'm not doing that.
But support is loved. It's all good. And yeah,
like,
we'll see
comment,
you guys
like,
comment, subscribe, please. Yeah. And yeah.